Hi guys, my name is Karina. Welcome back to my Amazon channel. So today's video is going to be a product research video, and seriously, this is the most important thing in your whole entire FBA journey is finding the right product, because if you have the worst possible product and you are like a pro marketer, you have a million of reviews, you have amazing listings, if the product is not the right product, if it's too competitive, if everyone else has reviews that it's better than yours, and if you just didn't pick it in the right category, if it doesn't have enough demand, there's literally nothing you can do to make it sell. Maybe you can in another marketplace, but Amazon works in a very, very specific way where you have to really know the market, you have to know the product, and picking the right product is probably 95% of the success, even though the other 5% of making a listing and making it nice is super important and can make and break your product. But if your product gets to the first page and it isn't holding up on there, like, you're still not going to win. And the most important thing is finding a product, and the only way I found my product, guys, is by hours and hours and hours of practicing and literally pulling up the Chrome extension like 5,000 times a day, and also by watching long product research videos. And it's one thing to just say, like, this is the criteria that the product is, and you have to find a product in that criteria. And it's a different thing to actually do it yourself and almost develop the sixth sense to know if a product is good or bad. And it's crazy because it looks really hard to do, but once you start practicing more, you actually can easily in like 1 second tell if a product has good or numbers or not. And that just takes practice, and it takes watching, and it takes you watching other people do research for a lot of hours. And that's what I did when I first started out. Like, I took courses, but I also literally just binged watched YouTube videos of people doing like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour, 2 hour long videos of people just doing product research and kind of verbalizing the things that they thought about the products. Whew, I'm out of breath. I'm talking way too fast, but and that's what helped me, because then you see their mentality around it, and you see why a product is good and why it isn't, and then that helps you make your own decision. So that is why I'm here today. As you can see, I'm in the Jungle Scout product database. I'm just going to be doing product research and narrating and letting you guys know which products I would look into getting and into, and which ones I wouldn't. So here we are, and based on categories, you don't want to select all of them, because there's certain ones that you don't want to do, because it's either gated or, so the ones you can do is appliances. Honestly, like, why is it not okay? Appliances, these are good ones. Let me see. I wouldn't do cell phones and accessories. I mean, I guess you could, like, electronics. Okay, so automotive is gated. CD, you won't be selling CDs. Books, you won't be selling. Clothing, too many variations, you don't want to do that. Electronics, too high of a return rate. Grocery, you can't sell grocery. Health and household, you can, even though some of them might be patented or need like FDA approval. Home and kitchen, industrial and scientific is good, but they have some interesting things in there too. Kindle store, no. Kitchen and dining, yes. Movies, no. Music, no. Musical instruments, no. Office products are good. Patio and lawn, this one's more seasonal. Pet supplies you can sell. Software, not. Sports and outdoors you can sell, which is also seasonal. Tools and improvements, yes. Toys and games, you can actually do so in here. No video games and no watches. So these are kind of the categories I go into. However, whenever you product research, you can like differentiate, and you have to put all of them. So for example, I'm gonna unselect a few because I just don't feel like doing them this time around, and I just don't like, cell phones are really competitive. I don't know. But again, this is all experimentation, and like, you can, patio and lawn and garden are more seasonal, so I'll click off of that. Sports and outdoors, and then toys and games I don't want to do. So I'm just going to do these few categories. Again, you can experiment all the time. Minimum price is the minimum price that it's selling for. I'm actually just going to do like $14.32, and max price I'm going to go for, actually, let's go a little bit higher. Let's do $17.89, and then go for like $24.32. And then for the minimum revenue, I'm going to go for like low hanging fruit on this time, and do a product that's like selling for less than 7K, and then as max as 11,000 something like that. And then reviews, they don't scare me too much. I'm going to go to for 238. And then I'm going to do standard because I don't want oversized products to be popping up. So I'm just going to hit search and see what we get. It loads a little bit, so the weird stuff. So this is actually pretty good. Only 5,000 results. Usually there's a lot more. So we can just start scrolling. And actually, guys, what I'm going to do is, like, I know people start scrolling from the first page, but that's what everyone does. I'm just literally going to go towards the middle and then see, because every time I do product research, I feel like I literally search in the beginning, but like, why when you can literally just start from the very middle and see how well that goes. So I'm going to go to page 7 and start from here and see what that brings me, because you just want to try to experiment everything, and everyone is looking from page 1 and onwards. Just start from page 7 because most people won't even get to page 7 when they do research, and then just start scrolling away and seeing what would be good. So this looks random. So, and just look, it's almost like you have a sixth sense, or products you know are more private labeled. Like this thing right here, a pedal controller, that's probably not private labeled, and it's probably like an extension to some video game or whatever. I don't know what this is, but things like this, like you can see, you can brand it, you can do things like that, and then you just keep scrolling down and see what you find out. Like blackout curtains, let's click on here, and then keep going. Some like table curtains you don't really want to get into if it's like such a commodity. I stay away from items that are more of a commodity type thing, like curtains and just things that are like that. Defrosting tray. Okay, this looks like it could be something. And then again, all the revenues in here, like they're pretty high. It's all going to be above what I put in. And then like it's good too when you see a review rating that's not even 5 stars, because that means you can improve on it. The pounds are great, the price is great, like just things like that. You that's what you want to look for. Cloth diaper liner, you can do that. So I just keep scrolling and I open a bunch of windows for later to see Christmas items. Again, you want to avoid that, super seasonal. Um, Commodities I avoid, like I mentioned before. Napkins, like things like weird things like napkins and table sets. I mean, there could be a good market, but again, like disposable round charger plates. I don't know what this is, but I've seen that on the first page too, so we'll look into that. And even if a product is weird, dog grooming clippers, let's look at this. Even if a product seems weird and you don't know what it is, still click on it, because that's probably the best products are the ones that are just super weird and you don't know what they are, and then no one knows what they are, so no one even like looks into it, and then it turns out to be a good product. So let's keep going. And then when you have a niche too, when you find the first product, then you can only search in your specific category. Like if your product is in tools and home improvement, you can just do a bunch of searches for homes, tools and home improvement, and find products that you can brand out and expand in that specific category, which is super helpful for you too, because you know, you don't have to search every category, and it becomes easier to just, because you know kind of the direction you're more so going in. Dry erase whiteboard, interesting. Let's look at this one. It's only, look, like this, something like this is like great. Such a lightweight product, and it's selling quite well, and something you can get creative with. Okay, this is interesting. A boot and shoe dryer. So you just kind of, like I said, you really get the feel of things. Like you don't want to sell a scarf. There's too many variations, too many colors, sizes, things like that. When we see unique products like hot surface igniter, no. You also don't want to do things that can cause fire or hazard, like a fire starter. Probably not a good idea. A tick collar for dogs, let's look into that. I feel like there might be some regulations around it, just because it's like, something for a body of an animal, and yeah. And usually when I do product research, I open a bunch of windows, and guarantee you guys, there's probably already something good in here. It's just, I'm just opening more for you guys just in case. But usually when I'm doing, I find a good product probably halfway through, and I don't even need to look at the other ones till later. It's all like this is what you literally have to do for hours a day when you first start, because that is the only way you get good at it. It's not by watching videos, it's not by doing anything. It's literally by just you'll be able to really quickly glance at products, at the images, at the description, and know that it's not something you want to sell. Know that it's not something that's you can easily private label. So you just want to keep scrolling. Like tea kettles, no, it's too much of a commodity. Um, let's just do one more page, and then I'm avoiding all Christmas items because now it's past Christmas and that's gonna die down. Um, I've seen this one actually, this tablecloth. Let's actually open it. See, it's all so much holiday stuff, but again, this comes in so many colors that it's annoying. Let's just do one more page and then we'll dive into the other ones. I just want to make sure that I open um, all the good ones. But yeah, you can just do this for hours and hours and hours a day, and then you improve. Let's look at this flashlight set. Okay, let's open that. And I'm going for the low-hanging fruit too. So you guys, I'm not putting in like $100,000 a month product because mattress protector. Like, see, things like that. This is good stuff. Cleaning kits. Let's look at this too. Whatever that is. Dog squeaky balls. Someone like this seller, pretty much $8,000 a month for squeaky balls. It's crazy. But you guys, there's so many products in Amazon. So many products. Okay, I think we should stop here. We have like 20 windows open. Let's just get into it now. I don't even know if we'll get through all of these unless you guys want like a 2-hour product research video, but this is the ceramic bowl yarn for knitting. So that's interesting. What I like to do is see how long they've been selling for and compare myself on that level to the people. So, well, there's a lot of them. So they've been around for a while. So how you do it is you type in the most general key phrase into Amazon and you basically check the market for it. So I go to all departments and then let's do ceramic bowl for knitting? For knitting, or you can just do knitting bowl, and see how the market is for that. So what I do is I open the extension for the whole entire market and see all the numbers. And I don't know, I think my internet's being a little bit slow, so it's slightly annoying. Okay, I switched my location because I was not about to deal with the horrible internet connection. So this is the ceramic bowl that I opened, and as you can see, revenue here is pretty strong. It's all really, really strong actually. It's quite consistent throughout the whole, everyone on the first page. The price is great. The next thing, review is actually great as well. So see guys, this is looking pretty good. I also like to go into the VL analysis and see what they have to say here. And says, it kind of gives you, I don't take this like super close to heart, but I am curious to see what it says. So it says the price has been dropping and also it appears to be seasonal. And we can check if it's seasonal by looking into Google Trends and things like that. But for now, we're not going to dive too much in. I'm just trying to teach you the like statistics of it, of based on monthly revenue, based on review, and based on the price. If you see that the first page is very consistent and that pretty much everyone is buying from the first page, that means that the market is really good. And pretty much literally everyone is doing in the pretty much above 10,000 on the first page. Reviews are extremely, extremely low. Like this person with 14 reviews is selling 17,000 worth of product, and the price is very, very strong. So if you can source this, let's say even for like $5 and then ship it to Amazon for another $5, or even if it's 15 and sell it for 30, you're having a $15 profit margin. So this product is actually quite not bad. Let's keep looking at the other ones. So that would be an example of a good product that you can take to the next level and do some research in. So this one is blackout curtains for windows. So I feel like this might be heavy. Let's search blackout curtains. Let's see what we come up with. So this is kind of, it has too many reviews. I can already see 1,000. I'm not trying to compete with people in the thousands of reviews. 2,000, that's a no, sir. Click that out. Next is defrosting tray. So they bundled it. Clearly private label, I can already tell because they bundled it with something which is a perfect idea. So let's actually look for defrosting tray. Defrosting tray comes up. This might be a seasonal item too because summertime. I'm already not liking how there's so much advertising on here. That means there's a lot of strong brands and they're trying to label FDA, which you probably don't even need FDA approval. A lot of people just like putting it on there to make themselves look better. But I kind of like to just do like a little scroll down to see the general thing of the market, and the prices are very variant. You can see there's like some that are going for $40, $60 and others that are going for like $14. So I'm going to pull up the extension on this and really analyze the market. And you guys, like, I'm sorry that there's so much going on my screen. I feel like everything is loading insanely. All the windows I opened, my Helium 10 extension, it's just a lot of stuff going on, but I probably need to restart my computer now that I think about it. But nonetheless, we will get through this video. And this is basically what I do for hours, is just go and find products that I think will be good, and then I'll take it to phase 2 of really analyzing it. And actually maybe we can do that in further videos, is what do you do after you find products that look good on the front end, and product idea score looks good, but again, I don't pay that much attention to this. So let's look. This is selling pretty consistently, price is amazing, and let's look at the reviews. The reviews are killer as well. So here we go, another strong market. Let me just look into here and see what the deal is. This product appears to be seasonal. So again, there's nothing wrong with seasonal items if you time it correctly, and you can literally just have seasonal items throughout the year and do really well, but you have to really be careful with that and really calculate it correctly. And as I am supposing this is probably a summer item, but the market, it looks strong for this. So that would be something that you guys could look into doing. And like, look, there's one selling for $40,000 a month with 18 reviews for a $40 thing, and like you can probably source this for like $10. And even if you're like for $20 you get it to Amazon, you still have like $20 other you're getting for profit, which is crazy. So let's look at Decor cloth diaper lining. Perfect. Okay, random. Let's just look diaper liner and see what comes up. This is in the baby niche. And guys, like honestly, this is exactly what I mean, that it's not hard to find good products. And like, I'm saying this from doing literally like probably hundreds of hours of product research at this point. But when I started out, I thought it was so hard and I couldn't find products, but it's all about your mentality. If you think and believe that you will find a product, you will find a product. I'm not joking. You just have to actually like do your due diligence and do the hours and put it in where it becomes a sixth sense, and then you find products all the time. So I'm not really gonna do too much research into this. I'm seeing there's a lot of reviews, a lot of variations, and it's just too much effort for the products we've already found. So I'm just gonna keep going. And round charger plates. Is this for food? This person's already getting hijacked. I see available from third-party sellers. What is this? Charger plates. These just look like disposable plates. So, too commodity for me. I'm going to X that out. I don't like selling things that are easily hijacked. So, dog grooming clippers. Okay. Interesting. Cordless. This is electronic. Not that all like electronics are bad. If you find something, again, like there is literally no set criteria for things. Guys, if you see a product that looks really good with great numbers and it's an electronic, just make sure you find a supplier that does a good job. Like that doesn't mean your business is going to crash and burn because there's going to be a return rate. It's just sometimes electronics don't function, and make sure you get a US outlet too. Don't get a European or China whatever outlet, because then everyone's going to return your product. It's just a hassle. You want to make things easier for the customer. So let's look at dog grooming. And the first thing that comes up is dog grooming kit, which is actually good because that means you can differentiate and really make your product stand out better. So I'm already seeing kind of high reviews, which I don't like, and I would actually X that out immediately, just because if there's one person with 1,000 reviews, I'll compete. Maybe even if there's two and everyone else is like in the low hundreds and still selling well. But if it's like half of the first people are around 1,000 reviews, I'm just not even gonna bother, because I know there's so many other products that you can search and do well at without having to go into the reviews. So this is the dry erase whiteboard, which I actually like this idea because, again, you guys can differentiate and really add more markers and different types of like eraser boards, magnets, stickers. Like there's so many different things you can differentiate with, and they only have 45 reviews, so they haven't been around for a long time, only for about a year, which is really, really recent. So let's put in hanging, writing, drawing, planning. So this is nice. So again, sizes, people like smaller ones, especially with the start of 2019. People are going to want something small and compact where they can write their goals down and things. So you don't have to sell a super big one, because that's a different market. If there's a huge whiteboard, that might be doing other sales, but maybe people are looking for a smaller, more compact thing they can just hang in their office, and that's perfectly great. So let's do, how about hanging dry erase board? Like that would be the market we want to search for. We don't want the big ones that are like standstill like this. So things like this. Ooh, reviews. Let's see. There are some that are in the low hundreds, so we'll see how. Oh, it's a very low price. Children. This one's probably really small. Selling only for $6. That's like nothing. You don't want to sell something for that low. Yeah, your price point, you want to give yourself margin so you can obviously have a profit. You don't want to be selling for no profit, because that's just random work you're putting in. And with all the FBA fees, and by the way, guys, if your item is selling for under $10, it can be categorized as an add-on item, which means a person has to spend $35 all through Amazon to be even able to buy that product. So you don't want to sell products under $10. That's for sure. So let's see. Again, sales for this are looking pretty great. Overall compared, the market looks pretty stable. There are some people that are just not doing so well, but overall there's good numbers. And let's see, reviews, not bad. This one has low reviews, but they're not, it's not that strong. I mean, it's not something that I jump out of my seat to pursue, but this guy is doing 20K with only 167 reviews. This person's doing 10K with only 50 reviews. Let's click on him and see what his deal is. So this is still worth considering. But he has a good product. Like, this is very cool. This is great for the office. Let's see how long he's been around for. A year and a half. So this is something I might look into. Let's see what Viral Launch has to say. No tips. Okay, so we'll leave this as a perhaps. This one is a shoe dryer and warmer. Travel dry boot. That's so interesting. Their listing sucks too. So this actually might be good because it's really unique. I've never heard of this before. Travel dry boot. I don't even know what I would look up for this. Travel boots dryer. There we go. Amazon takes care of the keyword for me. It tells me what people are searching for. So looks interesting. Let's pull up the extension. Some people have crazy reviews for this. I don't even know how this would function. Maybe you charge it before you leave and then you use it later when it's fully charged. But oh my gosh, how people are selling this for 100K a month. Dry Guy seems to be quite a good, taking up a lot of the market share over here. That's something you want to also watch out for. So he has pretty much top 3 listings. Two of them are doing over 100K. One is doing 14K, selling it for pretty good price. But there are other people that are doing relatively well, like Peach. And let's see, what is his reviews? So, and even Dry Guy doesn't even have that many reviews. But let's look at this person. He is JW something, doing 6K a month, selling it for a good price, and only has 22 reviews. So even this product isn't bad. Shoe dryer, noiseless electric foot dryer. And if I wasn't looking for this, I wouldn't know what it was, and the listing isn't even that good. It just looks kind of, I don't know. I don't even know how this would work, but he's clearly doing well, and he's been selling for a year. And I would probably look into this. So I'm gonna leave this open as well, and you guys can see already 4 products. It's like literally every single one I've opened looks good. Like, let's look at this flea tick collar. I would just look at flea collar for dogs. Maybe I'll do a generic one that's for a dog and a cat, but I feel this is just, I wouldn't. I feel like this is too much of a commodity too. I mean, you guys can look into this, but there's some that with like 5,000 reviews, and I'm just not even gonna bother because it's like too much of a commodity. It's too demand. It's too common sense. This one has too many variations. I'm just gonna X that out immediately. I'm not interested in that many variations. This looks something that's interesting. So, flashlight pack. So let's see if we can, because this is very niche. If you were to sell just a flashlight, that wouldn't go well. But if you were to sell like a kit of flashlights, let's see, maybe a flashlight kit, or actually a flashlight set would probably be better. Something like that, where it's different. Flashlight set. And see, the Amazon tells you flashlights out of 4. So it's suggesting what people are buying. But flashlights, too competitive. I'm already not liking the 1,000 reviews up here. Too high reviews. Too low of a price for this. Again, you can run the extension and look at the, but it looks like there's too many reviews for this. And we already have 4 other solid products that we're doing a pretty good job with. Waterproof mattress protector. Okay. That's not bad. Might be a little heavy, but mattress protector cover is what Amazon is suggesting we search, and we will do that. And I am Xing out because every single person has over 2,000 reviews, and that's just, again, commodities. Don't do it. It's hard to differentiate, hard to brand. This is a terrible listing with terrible reviews, and it was selling well. What is Evolus? I think it's a brand, a medical brand. We're not interested. Squeaky tennis balls for dogs. Dog. I feel like they are selling well in something as dog gifts or dog toys. See, like, you don't know what they're doing on their back end, right? Like what they're optimizing their listing for, what they're running in PPC, and this is where it gets tricky because, like, even though it says dog squeaky tennis balls, maybe the majority of their sales are coming from them ranking on something like dog toys. So that's kind of more deeper that we'll get into later. But let's see how dog tennis balls. Let's run the viral launch extension on that. There's a lot of options. And people love their pets, so it's a great niche to go into. But guys, like, literally you've seen in this whole amount of less than an hour we've been here, we found 4 potential products that we could look into. It's crazy. Like, there's so much opportunity, and if you really put your head to it, you can find good things. Okay, so let's look at this. Come on. Sorry, my thing is being like very irritating. So monthly revenue, perfect. This is good. You can see it's a stable market. Everyone is selling in the high ranges. Review quantity, a little high. Still not too terrible though. I know that you guys want to believe that you want to compete with something with like 20 to 50 reviews, but honestly, it's pretty much not realistic to do that anymore. If it's anything under 500 reviews, I don't really see that as competition anymore. If it's in the like 200, it's not bad. Like, you can still compete with it. And then the price is okay. It's a little bit low on some areas, but let's look at this guy doing $11K for $20. Let's see what he's selling. Oh, that's our guy. Okay, so I see. And let's see what Viral Launch has to say about this. Amazon is an active seller. That's okay. just because Amazon sell it doesn't mean you can sell. Like you can't sell it because Amazon doesn't put a lot of effort into their listings. Okay, let's look at someone else. I'm just curious. This guy, 212 reviews. So you see, this is the worst listing I've ever seen. Actually, I've seen worse, but if they can do 12,000 sales by having 4 stars and not putting any efforts, just by putting 6 random tennis balls that are getting hijacked too, you guys can do a good job of products, honestly. But anyways, literally, we found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 products, 6 or 5, 5, sorry, 5 products that you guys can get into right now, take them to the next level, do more research, find out if they're good by literally in less than an hour, not even one product. And that's coming from, like, it's just practice, guys. Practice, practice, practice. Knowing what products, like when you first start out, there's a lot and you might have to click on every single one and really analyze it. But once you know what you're looking for, it's so easy to just X products out and then find ones that you know will do better. And then it becomes easy, guys. Seriously, it's just all about practice. I hope that you're getting more of a general idea of what products are good to look for. I'm thinking next video, I'm probably going to analyze these products deeper and take them to the next phase and see if they actually are. Because first you want to identify, you want to have like a good amount of products that you think will sell well just based on numbers, because numbers don't lie. And then you want to look into things like seasonality, your competition, how long other sellers have been around, and that's how you make your decision. Just because the numbers aren't there doesn't necessarily mean it's a good product, and I want to show you guys that. So next video is going to be about that. Keep on watching, subscribe, like, follow me on Instagram and message me on there if you have any questions about these products or your products. If you want me to take a look or at a screenshot or a number, I definitely would love to help you guys. But yeah, so next video, like I said, I'm going to really analyze these more in depth and show you guys how I analyze them. But I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day. I will see you guys very soon.